Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Language Arts Gallery. Today, we're going to continue with day 3 of writing a personal narrative for young learners. And today, we're going to talk about adding our feelings to our writing. And we're going to talk about how we can use precise words and figurative language to do that. So if you haven't already, please remember to subscribe to my channel so you get all my videos for this genre of writing. And if you want this lesson or any of my academic writing lessons, you can find them in my Teachers Pay Teachers store, which is linked in the video description. So let's go ahead and get started with our lesson. So by now, our students should be familiar with what a personal narrative is. We told them that it's a true story from their own life. And because they're telling a story from their own life, they're going to use first-person pronouns like I, me, my, we, and our. And that, like all good writing, a personal narrative has a beginning, a middle, and an end, or an introduction, a body, and a conclusion. In our last lesson, we talked about developing the middle of our essay, that's the plot of our story, and using sequence words to do that. Remember, in our introduction, we want to get the reader's attention. We want to draw them into our writing. We're going to introduce to them whatever it is that we're talking about. And if our story is structured around a problem and a solution, then we want to introduce that problem in the introduction. In the end, if we're organizing our writing around a problem and solution, we want to talk about how that problem was solved. But more importantly, we want to talk about how we felt, right? And it's great when we're writing a personal narrative if we can share our feelings about how we felt about this experience as we're taking our audience through it. So that's what we're going to work on today. We're going to work on adding feelings to our writing. So the mentor text that we went over is all about a girl's first day of school. Now, that's something that all our students can relate to. So what I like to do is elicit information from my students. How do you feel on the first day of school? And you might get answers like scared, happy, nervous, excited. Those are generally the emotions that students are going to throw at you, or they might give you something else. But we want to take a look at how we can use more precise language to show our audience how we're feeling. So here we've got some of those words: sad, excited, scared. It was a really fun day. I love my school. But we want to talk about exactly how we felt. And when we say I felt sad, okay, I understand how that person's feeling, but I want to know, why were you sad? What made you sad? Give me a little bit more information, a little bit more detail. So we want to use a precise word to describe that. So if I go back and I look at the mentor text, I see that our author is sad because no one's talking to them. So if you're sad because no one's talking to you and you're all alone, you would feel lonely. And I think that's something that we should be able to draw out from our young writers. Remember, our students are generally around 7 or 8, maybe 9 years old for this particular lesson. So they should be able to come to the conclusion that, well, if I have no one talking to me, I might feel a little bit lonely. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and we want to work through our mentor text. And we want to look for opportunities to add precise language. So here, I was really nervous. I felt lonely. This teacher was very nice to her, so she felt relieved then. The whole day was not fun. It was a blast. And at first, I was really nervous about starting a new school, but I made a new friend and had a lot of fun. And I really love my new school. So that was really great, getting our students to add precise language. Another way to show exactly how we feel is to add figurative language. So the whole day was a blast. This is an idiom. Students love idioms. They're really fun to teach. They're fun for students to learn. They're great if you want to add visuals or get students to draw what they think the idiom might mean. That's another great activity that you can add to your centers when you're teaching the genre of writing. Um, but we can also use similes, where we use the words like and as to compare to unlike things. He's as cold as ice. Or we can use expressions like, I had butterflies in my stomach, which is an idiom that describes being very nervous. So these are all things that you can teach. If you do your centers in the morning, if you're going to do an ELA mini lesson, I might do a lesson on idioms or on similes, metaphor, maybe personification, something like that. Any type of figurative language. And then bring that in to my writing workshop lesson in the afternoon. So our students have the opportunity to see how our mentor text looks different now that we've added this precise language and language to share our feelings. And they get the opportunity to work together with their partners, read one another's essay, and make suggestions about how they can better share their feelings with their audience. So thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to my channel so you get all these videos. And in our next lesson, we're going to continue with day 4 of writing a personal narrative.